Hi guys, so the Tories are good at distracting the public from what is important and instead focus minds on what is unimportant. When the issue is about racism, the Tories will criticise those for taking the knee. When the issue is about the deaths of 150,000 people because of the pandemic, the Tories will focus on the right to avoid protecting others. When the issue is whether a sitting Prime Minister lied to Parliament, broke the law and undermined his own government's attempts to battle the pandemic, it will be dismissed as trivial by a former leader of the House. Have a listen to Jacob Rees-Mogg describe the fact that the writers of the rules broke the rules and lied about it as fluff.
But it's also a reminder that the world is serious and that there are serious things to be discussed and serious and difficult decisions for politicians to take. And whether this is about reopening and having new licences for oil wells in the North Sea, or whether it is about getting away from the wokery that has beset huge sections of society, nobody now cares whether using the word, whatever it was, grip, is going to offend people, do they? I don't suppose any of you do. I certainly don't, because all that nonsense is shown for the trivial nature of it, and that we are now looking at serious, difficult decisions having been made. I mean, I'd say the same Partygate, that all of that is shown up for the disproportionate fluff of politics that it was, rather than something of fundamental seriousness about the safety of the world and about the established global order.
So what he's trying to do here, and it's a clever approach. What you do is you paint a picture. And on one side, you paint the idea that the Conservative Party are the serious ones, and the Labour Party on the other side are the trivial party. And they're going fully in now for this, anti-wokeness or whatever. There used to be a time where political parties would present their manifesto, their policies. This is what we're going to do. And the voters would decide, okay, I'm going to vote for this party based on this policy, or I'm going to vote for this other party on this other policy. Then we had this cult of personality, which eventually came out after this, we could say, the Second World War, the 1970s, where there was more, and I blame the United States for this, but there was more a focus on the leaders. Okay, I'm going to vote for Margaret Thatcher because I like her as a leader. Not so much her policies, but she appears strong, or she appears tough, and that's the leader that we want. And you can apply it to many other parties as well. But the leader took on the role of the party itself. So you were no longer voting for the party, but you were voting for the leader. This has somewhat changed, and what there seems to be a focus now is on painting the other side as weak, as distracted. And I think this is what the Conservatives are doing at the moment. They're creating this idea that, yes, we're the serious party, the Labour Party is the weak party, they're the unserious party. They're focusing on things that are trivial, fluff, as he described here, while we're getting on with the business of running the country. What he describes as fluff, I describe as a fundamental part of democracy. You had a Prime Minister lying to Parliament. You had a Prime Minister break the rules that he had written himself, which undermined his attempts to deal with something extremely serious. But in Jacob Rees-Mogg's mind, what he's trying to do is he's trying to plant a seed in people's mind that this was trivial. Partygate, parties, it was just Boris Johnson having a bit of fun. Focusing on the actual activity and not the consequence of that. Focusing on him having a bit of fun and not the fact that many people were not able to meet. Many people were not able to go to funerals. Don't focus on that. Focus on the trivial. And you paint a picture that the Labour Party are focusing on the trivial and not focusing on the serious. The Tories do not care about the working class. They don't care about your average person on the street. But they need those people to vote for them. So they either present a policy that would benefit those people, which they're not going to do because they don't care about them, or what they do is they create a distraction. So they're doing something, they're putting forward policies that are damaging to the working class, making them poorer. They're voting continually to make people poorer, for example, reducing their benefits or not allowing the benefits to rise in relation to or connected to inflation. But at the same time, they have to sell them something. They have to sell them the idea that you have to be angry about something, be it immigrants. You have to be angry with single mothers. You have to be angry about the EU. And now it seems the new mantra is wokeness. You have to be angry about wokeness, whatever that means. And you can ask people on the street, are you angry about wokeness? Yes, I am. Can you describe it? No, I can't. But I've been told, indirectly of course, I've been told by the Conservative Party to be angry about wokeness. I don't understand it, but I know I have to be angry with it. And if I see the Labour Party as the party of wokeness, then I'm going to vote for the opposite. Doesn't matter whether I know what I'm voting for. It doesn't matter at this stage. I'm going to vote against it because I've been conditioned to believe that the Labour Party represent wokeness and that wokeness is something bad. It's something trivial, it's not important, and instead I'm going to vote for the serious party, the Conservative Party. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.